Hello everyone, I'm Randy Dillon.
I'm Siggy Chatwell.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Segs and Rans.
Wrestling show.
So we didn't do an episode last week because we felt there wasn't enough going on with Backlash just happening and Night Championing still happening. Clash of Champions. So we felt we're going to give it a week, see what happens in the world of WWE, and a lot has happened. So first off, Backlash, SmackDown's first pay-per-view. I thought it was good. Ziggy, what did you think?
Pretty good. I was actually really impressed. I was expecting it to be a little bit of a flop and not great, but they pulled off a great pay-per-view. I loved it.
It was really good, especially the quality of matches, the number of matches they had, the length, the wrestling, everything was terrific. Now with Backlash, with some of the matches that did happen, it's going to affect the next SmackDown pay-per-view happening called No Mercy. As we saw Backlash, we saw Becky Lynch winning the Women's Championship for SmackDown, which is big. We all seen Becky's work in NXT. At WrestleMania, she was terrific. It's good for her to finally get recognized. And now, she's going to be defending that title against Alexa Bliss, which I'm really looking forward to, because we've seen Alexa. She's been spiteful, hatred. She has passion, anger. It's terrific. I think this is going to be a great match. The build-up been looking good. Ziggy, what did you think?
No, I like it. I mean, she's, a little Spitfire, as they call her. She's got a little bit of spunk going on. It's great. And I love the Harley Quinn look. Oh, yeah. Keep going with that.
And we like it when the Divas show this Spitfire, this spunk, because it shows they want it just as much as anyone else. The other match that has implication is we saw Heath Slater winning and getting that contract. His kids must be happy. I know he is.
The double Y.
Yeah, exactly. And he and Ryan are going to defend those SmackDown Tag Team Championship against the Usos. Now, Usos, is this what, their 4th, 5th, 7th? I don't know, Ziggy, you tell me.
I don't know. I mean, starting off, love the Usos' new attitude. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, good turn. Love the new look and everything. But let's be honest. You guys lost the match against American Alpha, which took you out of the tournament. You then took them out, had a title match, because you beat the Hype Bros, which are, kind of missing.
Yeah, where does it go?
So you had a title shot, but you lost that, and now you're having another title shot. So how many title shots are you going to get? So I'm a little bit confused here.
Yeah, it is confusing. This is the third chance, and we've seen Heath and Ryan. They already beat them, so going to be interesting to see. But Heath and Ryan, you got some good chemistry. They're funny. But they are a funny, nice tag team to watch.
Might buy some Cheese Whiz.
Exactly. The other match with Backlash that's going to happen is we saw AJ Styles being Dean Ambrose. I was shocked. I for sure thought Dean was going to find some way to walk out with the title. But he kept it. He lost it, and he was right.
I proved it right.
That's the rarest thing for this guy. And it's interesting, we saw John Cena return. Now we're going to have a triple threat match at No Mercy, which I'm really looking forward. We've seen John Cena and AJ Styles work great. Dean and AJ had a good match. We saw the match previously this week between John Cena and Dean Ambrose. This is going to be a great triple threat match. And SmackDown, he gets his rematch, so who's going to be the champion? But I believe AJ is going to keep that belt and going to go on No Mercy as the champion.
Sounds about right. And to be honest, the other thing I'm noticing, John Cena came back. That's great. You lost to AJ Styles last match. You now come back. You lost to Dean Ambrose being pinned in the ring. Why are you in the title shot picture?
He is the face that runs the place. He's done a lot the last 14 years. 15-time champion. I understand that recognition, but you can't just say, I demand a title shot.
Like, when you haven't beaten
and you're not
the two other guys.
I understand, you're never like that, John. So
yeah, but he wants the title match when he lost to the two people in the match
it
already.
Is very interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at No Mercy in a few weeks. The other thing with SmackDown is Randy Orton didn't fight Bray Wyatt at Backlash. It was a so-called leg injury, but the rumors are he's still concussed with his match against Brock Lesnar, which, not to be rude, it was a good thing. Because it built up more for the storyline between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. 3 weeks, doesn't cut it for a good feud. You have to go longer. And I think the longer this goes, hopefully No Mercy Randy's cleared. And they're going to have to tear down the house at No Mercy. Do you agree, Ziggy?
No, I do. I mean, it's like I said, it's unfortunate he was injured. Everyone looked forward to that match, but it's great that this build-up is happening. Like SmackDown, he just had Eric Rowan, and he beat Eric Rowan, and then more storylines. This is good.
Exactly. Yeah, no, the big thing with SmackDown actually right now is the thing between The Miz and Daniel Bryan. The Miz, he beat Dolph Ziggler twice with hairspray. Which guy used hairspray? I'm sorry to say. I don't use hairspray.
He uses his wife's hairspray, and let's be honest, I mean, you beat him once with the hairspray, thanks Maurice for that, looking great as well. But come on. I mean, again?
Use something different. Use a shoe at least.
Use a shoe.
But the big thing, yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Zig, but the big thing is, who's going to slash out first? Is it going to be Daniel Bryan or The Miz on each other? Because this thing is getting heated. We've seen their history together. You guys don't like each other, so... I mean, I'm going to say The Miz is going to attack first before Daniel. And I think Daniel can't afford to be attacked because I don't think he's able to wrestle right now. But it will be interesting as the weeks come by.
And also, the other thing as well, at No Mercy, who's he going to face?
It is true.
He's beaten The Miz twice now by... Well, The Miz beat him, Dolph Ziggler twice by cheating. Mm-hmm. So, what now? Is it going to be a match 3 and then finally Dolph Ziggler wins?
Yeah, no, I would like to see someone new, to be honest. There's a lot of fresh face out there. Let's see someone new. Now, with Raw, we're going to go into Clash of Champions this Sunday. The first match is... We got a rematch of Nia Jax and Alicia Fox, which I am really happy for because the first match was really just, I find, sort of say, pointless because it's just showing Nia's dominance. And if Nia is dominant, shouldn't she be in a title match? Do you agree, Ziggy? Or
Yeah, no, totally agree. I mean, Alicia Fox is one of those people that's taken, Charlotte to the limit, Nikki Bella to the limit. You name the people she's taken to the limit. And now you got Nia Jax just obliterating her. And it's like, well... That's what's going to happen on the kickoff show. It's going to be the same thing.
Hopefully it's not. Hopefully she's some fight from Alicia and giving Nia a hard time so we can see more development of Nia Jax. Next match is Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho. This match is really good. These guys are both great competitive. The one thing I'm looking forward, Chris Jericho has proven in the past he can work with stars and he takes them and elevate the next level. We've seen with guys like John Cena, guys like CM Punk. The list goes on and on. Shawn Michaels is a good example. So... This is going to be a great match, and we've seen Chris' history. He had the chance to elevate, and hopefully this pushed Sami to the next level.
Definitely, yeah. No, I look forward to it. It's just, I don't feel there's enough storyline build-up. It's just
not.
kind of like Jericho being the new best friend of Kevin Owens fighting the old best friend.
Exactly. So it's just like, it's just kind of a pathetic thing, I'm sorry to say. But this should be a great match.
And I will add one thing. Hopefully Chris Jericho will give Sami Zayn it.
What is it?
It.
We'll see. Also, with... Clash of Champions, we saw Raw, the Cruiserweights debuting. That was a really nice thing. We saw the Cruiserweight Classic, which I do advise the WWE Network. Watch it. It is a phenomenal tournament. These guys put their heart out. Great wrestling, all of that. We're going to see Brian Kendrick versus TJ Perkins for the Cruiserweight title. It's going to be a great match, but because TJ Perkins just won it, I'm going to say he's going to keep the Cruiserweight title. Do you agree, Ziggy?
I agree. I mean, I'm a Kendrick fan. I think it'd be nice to see him win, especially, this late in his career, but I think he'll have more opportunities, and right now it's just not his time, unfortunately.
No, exactly. Other match is Sheamus Cesaro, best of 7, match 7. I'm sort of say the story with the best of 7 is kind of too predictable. Sheamus goes up 3-0, Cesaro comes back, now you're at match 7. It's just like, there's no hype. There's no drama. At least I would like to see maybe Sheamus cheating for a win or two, or maybe getting Cesaro winning, then the win get reversed. Or going back and forth a little bit. It just had no hype. Do you agree with me, Ziggy, or am I just wrong?
No, I agree with you. I mean, let's be honest, like, Cesaro had a little bit of the cheating up with the ropes and stuff, and there's been a story that's going on, but it's just, like Randy said, I mean, you go up 3-0, and then suddenly, Cesaro comes back with, 3-all, and now it's like best of 7, it's the last match. Too predictable. I mean, I'm going to go with Cesaro winning it all, because going with Kevin Owens being champion and the history they have, if Kevin Owens retains, Cesaro's going to win.
It will be a great feud, there's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. But again, just too predictable feud. Next match is the tag team titles, New Day versus Gallows and Anderson. This match really, the feud been going on for so long. They've had matches. I just think New Day's done. Do you agree, Ziggy?
No, I agree. And I'll be honest, I'm going to add one little bit. You had Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson, then you had the old farts thing. I think they've exhausted all they can to build this match.
Yeah,
so it's just
give them the titles. Give them the damn titles. I'm sorry to say that we need to change the scenery. Next match is we have the Women's Championship where Charlotte defends against Sasha Banks and Bayley. But again, this women's division, we don't know what direction it's going on Raw. We see Dana and Charlotte butting heads still. We see Bayley getting bigger and bigger. She's becoming stronger and stronger. Sasha Banks still gets a rematch. Where is it going? We've seen these 3 in NXT. Great match and all, but again, I don't know where the storyline's heading after this match. I just feel it might go more between Charlotte and Sasha in the future, and Bayley just there to take the pin, but it's going to be a good match, no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also Bayley being here, 2 weeks now?
I think
3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3-4 weeks.
3 weeks? Well, you've been counting, I know you do. But with Bayley being there about 3 weeks, that's because we know her from NXT, or fans know her from NXT, but being on Raw, being on the major brand, you need a little bit more time.
Oh, exactly.
Charlotte and Sasha have that, so I'm going to go with Charlotte as well winning. Probably a pin on Bayley by some mix-up or something.
Something like that. Next match is Rusev vs. Roman United States match. This, I'm sorry to say, it's a filler. There's been nothing going on with this. Roman in the Fatal 4-Way gets screwed by Triple H, and then hit the back and forth between Kevin Owens. It's just really a filler match for Rusev just to come back from a honeymoon and all that, though.
We're assuming he came back from his honeymoon.
Exactly. So I'm just going to say Roman's going to win. There's really nothing to really tell from what's happening. Ziggy, do you agree with me, or...?
No, I agree. I mean, like Randy said, I mean, first Roman was in the Fatal 4-Way. First it was a match with Rusev.
Yeah, at SummerSlam that never happened.
That never happened. Then it was Fatal 4-Way suddenly because of what happened with Finn Balor. And then, Triple H kind of interrupted. Nothing's happened there. And then he's going back after Kevin Owens, and then suddenly now it's Rusev's back in the picture again.
Exactly.
So what happened in those 3 odd weeks that Rusev wasn't around? Like, no story.
No, exactly. And the other thing is, because the main event, Clash Champion Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, I feel this match should be a triple threat match, because both men get screwed by Triple H. And there could be more storyline direction to go with this match. Now, obviously, we could have seen maybe Rusev getting a chance to fight some guy, who maybe a new upcomer, and then he screws Roman out of the title at Clash of Champions. But really, with this match between Rollins and Owens, it's going to be a good match. But again, really, we haven't seen these guys really collide, no friction. So it's just really no story. We don't know what's going to happen after. Triple H, he may or may not show to screw Rollins again, but after that, I feel what the title has to do with it, because it's all about the big thing going to be Triple H and Seth Rollins. As Kevin Owens, he's the champion. He should be the number one guy. All should be about him. I'm sorry to say, if you're the champion, it better be about you, nothing else. Do you agree, Ziggy, or no?
No, I agree. I mean, like I said, going to be a great match. If you've watched The Independents, I'm not naming the companies because, we're doing a WWE show, but if you've seen Kevin Owens in The Independents, you've seen Seth Rollins in the Independents, they're great. We know they're great here. It's going to be an awesome match, but again, like you said, the focus needs to be on
It needs to be on Kevin Owens. It needs to be, especially with WWE getting Toronto for Survivor Series in about a month or so. You want all the hype going to be on him. You know the reaction from the crowd's going to be like, put the hype on him so we can get a reaction. Build the match more, and they wasted a good feud between Roman and Kevin after the 2 matches. We saw these are 2 matches on Raw the last 2 weeks. Great pay-per-view matches, but that storyline's just really not dead because he lost twice to him. And who else is going to... So it's going to be interesting. We suggest you watch Clash of Champions. We may or may not take a week off next week to see what more happens as we find out. Not enough is happening too quick. We need time to let it build.
more content.
Exactly, but as you're saying, sometimes you got to wait to get the good stuff, as they say in life.
And I'm going to throw one thing here, real quick.
Go ahead.
Triple H will show up at Clash of Champions. That's number 1. Number 2, where's Shane McMahon with this I'm going to get Brock Lesnar? Like, it suddenly died out. What happened?
Good point on that, Ziggy. And also, were they supposed to have a rematch, Shane and Brock and Randy, at a live event?
What's going on, guys?
I haven't even heard something, so...
Some news, please.
Exactly. So we would like to hear some stuff about it. But we suggest you guys tune in WWE. I'm Randy Dillon.
I'm Siggy Jewell.
Hope you guys enjoyed another episode of Segs and Rans.
Wrestling show.
And again, please subscribe. Do you want me to hit him with the chair? I don't want to hit him either, but we need you guys to subscribe. We want more viewers coming on. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.